So this is another question and answer video. So let me start from the first comment or question. Says this from Fabian. Say, please, what is the full meaning of OEM? That is original equipment manufacturer. So OEM, in other words, those parts on the vehicle that we are used in assembling the vehicle from brand new. And also the car manufacturers also sell those parts. So meaning if you want, for example, oxygen sensor, that is OEM. It means you buy it, that it usually costs higher because they are the ones that are packaged by the car manufacturer. In this case, for example, Peugeot, means it's actually Peugeot that package that is selling that particular product or parts. Because of that, of course, in other words, they are reassuring you of the quality of what they are selling to you, which mostly are exactly what was used in assembling that car. So it means it will be exactly the same oxygen sensor that is in your vehicle when you bought it brand new, or when it was purchased brand new, that you also buy. That's what OEM simply means. Sometimes they could change. Maybe the one they use in assembling the car from new, it's not that durable or has problem. They might change the brand or improve on it and use a different part. Sometimes they could change the part number. They will still use the part number, but different, the same part but different brand, or even the same brands and improved one. So the most important thing is they are guaranteeing you the product or parts on that package. Remember, car manufacturers, they are not usually the ones that make parts. They just get parts for different parts companies or manufacturers and use it to assemble their vehicles. Okay, so moving on. It's from Kinede. So in one of your videos, you said you will post a video on a permanent solution to EW10A catalyst. I don't even remember which video you are talking about. However, the most important thing is, so EW10A is concerned, you need catalytic converter on the exhaust manifold. That's the most important one on that engine. The other one is okay. The second one that is under, but like I said, that one on the manifold, something needs to be there. Okay, moving on. This from Yazid, response to how to change bank 2. Yeah, I did a video on how to do that on a 407 oxygen sensor, especially the bank 2 catalytic converter. Moving on. This from Ann Neman. He said, on my 407 boot button not working, wires going from boot into body. The wires had broke, fixed by putting a few new lens in, just bridging the brakes. Yeah, it's a common issue in 407 generally, whether it's coupe or saloon. Yeah, they do. But however, it doesn't necessarily mean once that the boot switch stop working, that it must be a wire cut between that the body of the wire and the boot. No, it can also be from the switch itself. For cases where the switch was the problem, they can corrode inside where those two pins touch each other. So what I usually do is I remove it, wipe it off, not necessarily sandpaper. There's a way you do it. They'll start touching each other again, having contacts, and then start working. So then sometimes it could even cut directly on the body before it enters that rubber coat that passes those 5 wires or so into the boot. It can cut directly behind it or under that boot. So I just wanted to point it out. Sometimes also it could also, because if it's saloon, there's a fuse box that is in the boot. That fuse board, when it's bad, yeah, it can also affect the boot from opening from that switch. So that's why you remember, if I mentioned in this video on the 407 coupe that I was working on that had that problem, I mentioned that that I needed to open that cover behind the or under the boot to see all the wires, so that from there that will also expose the switch, that I can easily access the switch if the problem is from the switch. So I've actually fixed it on that car, so maybe I did a video on that, but yet to be published anyway. Moving on, this from Idu Ajonye. He said, thank you, I'm experiencing an abnormal temperature as a result of using different fans. Once the temperature reaches half, my oil light will begin to pop up. Well, it could be the fan. Yeah, when you use the wrong fan, it can affect because the coolant temperature affects the oil temperature, so it could make your oil temperature go too high. Normally, if it's a car that has that oil temperature gauge on the instrument panel, you can easily know when the oil temperature starts shooting up too much. Once you exceed beyond 130, 140 degrees Celsius, then there's a problem. But if your Peugeot vehicle doesn't have that switch, that gauge, well, you only know when it start giving you warning. Depending too, you have oil pressure as well, not just oil temperature. So the oil pressure can also be I don't know, it could be the cause on your own, the fan that could be the cause, I don't know. But like I said, the V6 and the 4 cylinders, their fan capacity, they are not all the same when it comes to 407, and most other Peugeot cars as well. Moving on, so from Vas Van Toku, it says, so if Ford has a PSA engine, the numbering is the same. This video is about Peugeot numbering, cylinder numbering system. So I don't know. I can't tell you the Peugeot one, but I will expect if he has a Peugeot engine and the Ford, that it should be the same with Peugeot numbering system. I don't know. Since I don't work on Ford engines or Ford vehicles, so I can't tell you that, but I expect it to be the same. Or maybe not. Who knows? I think you direct the question to Ford specialist. Moving on. So there is more to cars than fuel economy. Okay, that's one of the videos I did. How can you rate the 406 2002 model brake based on safety? Number 406, the braking system is okay for the size of the car. It's very okay. Nothing wrong with it. So, or even if it's the different engine on the 406 determine the braking system. They are not all the same. Even on the same engine, the vehicle this type, the body type can also determine. For example, the 406 coupe V6 do come with performance brake, that's Brembo. While 406 V6 saloon, the same engine in the coupe version has a different braking system. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean once you have that V6, all the braking system will be the same. Now, when I mean braking system, I'm talking about braking components. Brake components. So, but normally they're all good. So it all depends on how. If you want the performance one, then you get the coupe V6 version. I can't say for sure that all of them come with it, but I know basically all the ones I've seen, especially the V6, they all have that Brembo brakes. Okay, moving on. This is disadvantage of buying used cooling fans. Okay, the one I did post I talked about V6 users 407 and phase 2 607, that people should be mindful of the different capacities of this fan so that they won't start having issues when they buy a fan thinking the capacity is enough to cool their engine cooling system, especially with the AC and the rest. So this from Donabella. It says Peugeot 407 radiator fan has inbuilt thermostat. This feature essentially differentiates it from fan for 406 for Peugeot 406. Let me respond to the first sentence. Say 407 radiator has an inbuilt thermostat. No, it doesn't have inbuilt thermostat. Why it has inbuilt resistor? So it's not thermostat that yeah, you could, basically most of them all behave like them, but it's not the thermostat anyway. It's called resistor or rheostat. How do you even call it? Rheostat, something like that. It said this feature essentially differentiates it fan for Peugeot 406. It's not necessary. The post I made has nothing to do with 406. Focus one was on 407. So it's not like only 406 fan is different from every other car. All other Peugeot models, their fans are different. But 407 fan is also almost very different from basically every other Peugeot car that I can think of. There could be other Citroen versions like C5 that will have a similar fan like 407. It's going to continue. So both fans look similar, save for the extra feature I mentioned. It's advisable to go to the spare parts with the one you are changing if your mechanic cannot advise you properly. They don't look similar. They don't look similar. Unless you are talking about the blades. Fan is made up of components. We have the motor, we have the blade, you have the coil. So they don't at all look the same at all. If you are talking about physical look. So just the only thing I could say is mechanics, especially in Nigeria, they're intentional. It's not like they do it. There's no person who tell 407 fan, any project technician or part seller, you say 407 fan, he will give you 406 fan. No, they know. They all be confused which one is which. Once you say your car is 407, they'll give you 407, they show you 407 fan. It's only when they could not tell you, this one can work. Not that they will give you a 406 fan as if it can is the same. No. So you don't even need to go to bypass with 407 fan because they might give you 406 fan. No, that is not. It makes no sense technically because, like I say, every project technician and parceller knows what 407 fan looks like. Like I say, it's basically like a different fan to all projects. It's only you could get confused if you are saying 406 and 307 fan and the other Peugeot models. Yeah, that's where you can get confused, but not 407 fan. So they look completely different especially from the behind it. They don't look the same. So yeah, most time people will now, when they want to abuse their fan, or even when they are not intentional, they don't intentionally want to abuse their fan, they give the mechanics, you go ahead to replace the fan of the 407. So instead of the mechanic to go and buy, because the 407 will cost more, they are more expensive. The fan are more expensive. So instead of to now go and buy the expensive one, probably they collected money for that expensive 407 fan, they'll go and buy the cheaper 307, not just 407, 406, either 307 or 406 fan, and then bypass the factory connection because no matter what you do, it cannot work. 406 or 307 fan or whatever cannot work in 407 with factory connection, it can never work. The wiring connection to these fans are completely different when it comes to 407. So they will now bypass it, so making it either the fan will start spinning immediately you switch on ignition constantly, or start spinning as soon as you start the engine. So it means, in other words, the cooling system has been abused. So but if you want it to stay factory, it has to be that 407 fan. So they are not the same. So the post what I talked about in the post has nothing to do with 406 fan, because I wanted people to realize that 407 fan have different capacities. They look alike, but all have different capacities. The one meant for 407 with EW10J4 2.0 liter won't be able to function, handle 407 with the V6 engine. You get a point, your car might start overheating or temperature going higher than it should when you start to load the engine. By loading engine, I'm talking about putting on AC, putting on headlights and all that. Yeah, as long as you increase all these electrical gadgets, electronics on the vehicle with the engine running, you're adding load to the engine. So in that case, the fan might need to work harder to be able to cool the engine. So that's when those fans that with lower capacity meant for that vehicle might start to act negatively for the vehicle. So that's the essence of that post I made. I'm not sure it was an article, because it's just a short this thing. Okay, moving on. I was reminded on highway today why Peugeot. Okay, when I talked about 5W40 on EW10. So this is from VS. He said my EW10J4 307 runs just fine with 5W40. Torque is well spread along the RPM range. I can't complain, just missing catalytic converter removed by previous owner. 5W40, I always advise people to use that oil if Peugeot recommends it for your engine. It's very, very good. I use it in how many of my cars. Used to be 3 until recently I decided to test 10W40 on one of the V6. Of course, my 505 I use 10W40 on it. I mean, that one is not part of what I'm talking about. So one of my 3 other ES-V6 engines vehicles, so I decided to test 10W40, and I kind of feel that it was a mistake. So I could have maintained the 5W40 on it. So which means next oil change on that engine, I'm likely going back to 5W40. 10W40 didn't give any issue. It's just that I realized the engine was sounding better for me. I just preferred how the engine reacts with that 5W40. Just for me, I don't know. We'll see. My only concern now is all this going back and forth with different oils. I don't want it to get a point to affect all the oil sales. That's just it. So I don't know. Let's see what happens by the next time I want to do oil change, so that I may not have to. I may decide to continue with 10W40 on it, or make that switch. But then the risk of the oil seal failings on the engine, because remember it's V6, so it has more oil seals than this other 2.0 liter or 4-cylinder engine. So it's not gonna be easy replacing all of them. So we'll see how it goes. But the 5W40 is very, very good. I like it, especially the total own. I can't say for other engines. You have to test. The mobile one, I've not used it, so I can't tell. The other brands, remember the one with B7122996. So I can't say. You have to use that and tell for yourself. So Hold on, there's something I normally do when I respond to any post, so that when next time I come to do this video, I won't read it again. So once I do all these things, I know I've done it. Okay. So should I buy Peugeot 407 or Peugeot 607? What engine to go for? Okay, one of the videos I did in the past. Here's Ikenna, can I have your number? I'm a Peugeot 607 user. My number is always on almost all my videos. Go to my video description, you always see it. Sometimes even on comment section, I'll pin the comment. You see my number there. And remember, I don't do free private consultancy service. So if you want free answer to your question, post it here. I'll respond to it. If coming to me privately, you have to pay that fee. Okay, moving on. For sale, Peugeot 307 with TV5 JP. Come on, this post, this is something car I advertised on my channel. How many years ago? 2016, 2015, or 2017, or I think around 2018, 2019. That's how many years ago. And you still here asking how much the car is after almost 3, 4, or 5 years now. You are still asking of the price of the car. Wow. Look at the date of the video before you post some question. So this is from God's Power Ofuoku. He said, I caught one mechanic guy at auto shop talking to the owner over the phone, requesting for original amount 5,000 naira, then and later paid for the paper type, which is 2,600 naira, and left. So in other words, this is commenting on post I did about people using all these low quality pepper head gaskets, that the engines are meant for the metal ones. So what he's saying here is that a mechanic will requested money, the original one, most likely the metal one, but instead went and purchased the lower quality one, which is 2,600 against the 5,000 naira he collected. So yeah, that's what usually happens. Mechanics do that intentionally most times, not all, of course. Some will go and request money for that original one, because they cost more. Instead they end up buying the paper one because they assume the owner will not know the difference. That's because as far as concerned, the car starts and moves. Yeah, that's common thing in Nigeria. I'm not saying all mechanics do that, but they do it. Okay, update on total was 7,000. Okay, this from Skate Hero. I do not understand what he said in the video. I wonder how this oil differs from the regular 7,000, good or bad. That's the problem. Skate Hero. The problem is we've never had this regular 10W40 for 7,000 in Nigeria. The one we had before now was 15W50, same for 7,000, but not 10W40. So what we now have is 7,000 for 7,000, total for 7,000, 10W40X. So I can't tell what the difference with this one and the regular one, 10W40, that doesn't have any other acronym attached or something. So Peugeot 604 V6 manual limousine version. These are adverts posted. He said, are you selling it? I mean, it was an advert, man. And I posted the number. I don't know, should be last year or 2 years ago. I've forgotten. I don't even know. I don't know it probably been sold. I don't know, because I think I put phone number of the person, the seller there. I can't remember. Anyway, New OEM rear shock absorber. Oh, when I got OEM shock absorbers for my Z9, the rear ones, you found 2 unicorns. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't even expecting I would get it, but I did. Thank you. That was from Pablo Garcia Leonda. Out of tension EW10A engine timing belt. I did a video a few years ago on how you can change timing belt, how to put a new timing belt on EW10A engine and tension it properly. One of the ways, anyway. So this is it 153 tooth belt? I can't even remember. I know it's basically the same teeth number with EW10J4. Though different part number, but same teeth. So I can't remember. This is from Z Empire. This person say, "Hi Kenna, I really enjoy your videos. Keep up the great job. Do you help in buying replacement parts for your followers?" No, what I do is I buy parts from people that pay that 5-year consultancy service. That's what I do. And buying the part means I add my own money to it. I'm not just buying because meaning you coming to me is you want me to take that responsibility because you expect that I'll get something that is good enough. That rather than going to by yourself and be fooled or deceived and be giving something that doesn't have the same value of the money you are paying for it. So you want me to be able to get something better for you. So taking that responsibility will come at a cost. Still, you have to still pay for that service. So that's what I do for now. I understand that money is money. One can buy for any other person as far as the person is willing to pay. But for now, this I'm limiting it to this. Maybe in future, who knows? So I hope that's I've answered your question. Okay, there's a post I made where I said brake pass. Forgetting what I said. So this from Mike Eza. He said a tool enthusiast. Yeah, one thing about me is I don't hide my my weirdness when it comes to Peugeot vehicle or cars. Yeah, I'm a Peugeot freak, hardcore one. So I love driving those fun ones, not all of them, because I know not all Peugeot cars to me are that fun when behind the wheel. So I love those ones that, I mean, it feels good, driving those things. So yeah, I love it's who I am. I don't expect everybody to appreciate it. Who cares? So I mean, it's not like I come to you to tell you why did you enjoy doing what you do in your life. So you do what you do. That's you see what I do. It's up to you. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. Okay, let me just quickly run this one. Okay, this I don't think I understand. But at least I won't have to see it again. Let me see. Okay, let me just go to down. So which transmission type in Peugeot 307 is cheaper to maintain? Okay, that's a video I did. This from random videos by Chance Sabite. So just did my conversion from auto to manual. I believe he meant auto 307 to manual gearbox. Okay, good for you. The poll I did, would you buy another Peugeot vehicle? Okay. This person says, this is Jonathan Chiemele. He said, I'm planning to buy Peugeot 308 2015 with THP 270 engine and manual transmission. My 407 with EW12J4 6-speed manual transmission has served me well over the years. Yeah, that 308 THP engine 270 is one of the best fun cars Peugeot has ever produced. No, I've not driven one. in case you start wondering. But I don't have to. How you need to see people that drive them and see the smile on their face in the videos, or how they talk about their cars. I mean, imagine such a light car. Is a very light vehicle, with such a power, 270 horsepower, and then they make it being a manual transmission. So you can understand. Yeah, so anybody that can lay hands on that vehicle, yeah. And it's a very durable engine compared to other THP engines. What's this person say? It ain't wrong or correct? I don't even understand. Maybe do this so I won't have to see it again. Peugeot 508 for sale. How much? It's an advert I did many years ago. Okay, so I think I'll stop here for now. So next time I'll continue from probably the new ones that are coming. So if you have any question you want to ask me, want me to respond to, post it here. If you don't want to pay for it, if you want to pay for it, my number is always on almost every videos I post. Check the video description. Sometimes check the comment section. You see my number on the pinned comment there. Okay, so that is it for this video. So